Howdy ho and welcome to Rauta's Reviews. This time we have a band from Finland that doesn't really get boxed in so easily in one particular genre. One could say this is partially death metal, one could say it's partially doom metal, it's kind of a dark metal, and it also has parts of black metal. So what it really is? Well, this one is Kuolemanlaakso, Death Valley in English, and this is the fourth album, Kuusumu, Moon Fog. This is a curious case of a band for lots of reasons. First of all, this is something that is kind of seen as a solo kind of a project by Mr. Laakso. That is, after all, he gave name to the band and all that stuff, and he is the primus motor of the band. But obviously he is not alone here. So secondly, this band is also known as some kind of a vocal side project of Swallow the Sun vocalist Mikko Kotamäki, but like said, this is not a solo project, not even a duo, but a full band that just happens to be Markus Laakso's, project. Markus Laakso is then again known for being sort of kind of a multi-talent, previously known for his band Chaos Weaver, also a music journalist, active kind in Finland, and then he has had this band for quite many years, and now fourth album out. This is, or was released in early March 2022 by SWAT Records, and it's quite different than some of the works previously, and at the same time it's kind of like coming back home. Now, this is a tough cookie to crack in so many ways, and I'll try to guide you through with this album for the reasons mentioned here. Like I said, this is an album that totally features death doom kind of parts, partially because of, rather death metallic riffs and heaviness, and also kind of a doomish slowishness. But this is not about slow music at all. There are various faster parts which then again totally redirect you into something different. And like I said, Mikko Kotamäki's sometimes very black metallic vocals are definitely steering this into the world of black metal, but calling this death black or doom black or death doom black isn't still just gonna justify it all. So let's just go for the time being with doom death with some seasoning on top of it. Here it is on Metal Archive's site. Founded in 2010, and after that the band has been putting out albums every couple of years, except that, it's been like 6 years since third album, the kind of a gothic tapes one, got out. Now, I must say I really didn't listen to that one, but I reviewed in 2018 Tulijoutsen, the Fire Swan, for Rauta as well, because that one was done out, once again, a reissue as a bonus or deluxe edition. And I guess this is closer to that, yet at the same time this is different. Now, first of all, this album sounds majestic. There's a big work with the production and all that stuff, making this sound powerful and clear and crisp and just, kind of strong overall. Not only in terms of vocals, not in terms only in guitars and bass and drums and all that stuff, because they all sound wonderful. This also features, those growlier parts, especially as those shrieky vocal parts. You have female vocals, really beautiful ones, as a guest session ones, and then you have Mikko Kotamäki's, spoken parts. To be honest, I was actually expecting it to be something else. The way the vocals are done actually reminded me a certain veteran musician in the scene, or more like in Finnish scene, not so much metal scene, but it seems I was wrong, and that's totally fine. I'm just gonna say it's kind of a brilliant way to expand the whole horizon here. There's a lot of things happening, and, they sound good. But there is always a but, and this time it is. This is not as good as Tulijoutsen. Why so? Well, this is the reason why I mentioned this is tough cookie to crack. Like if this was based only on vocals or production or some of the best parts of the album, like those female vocals one, which are just sweet and brilliant, I would say this is one of the best albums early 22. But, as it seems, this album is, when it comes to compositions, when it comes to individual songs and riffs, it's a little bit too much all over, which makes this kind of hard to, be friends with. Now the thing here is, there are lots of good riffs. There are lots of good melodies, which makes this rather like, hey, I'm gonna like this. But there are also lots of parts where this I feel like I'm not gonna be able to befriend this one because these parts kind of like drive me away. It's not as if they are so much bad ones because they're not, but they are a little bit weird, or maybe not just finding their place to be among the other ones, which makes this kind of a confusing album to get into. On the other hand, you kind of feel, yes, this is that death doom kind of album with a little bit of seasoning from other various genres, but also this is like too much all over the place, as if it was suffering from lack of focus. Like, hey, here we have a couple of black metal songs. No, let's go for doom death. No, there's too much death metal going on here. No, I don't want to slow down for doom metal, and you get the idea. So it's more like gothic elements, black metal elements, doom, death parts, and all that stuff. Pretty much the only ones you're missing are power metal and, kind of a clear thrash metal instrument. Okay, maybe those parts of certain kind of classic heavy epicness are not either there, but overall, this is, in my opinion, too much all over the place. So that's why this is a kind of a hard pill to swallow. I kind of like it, but I cannot force myself to like it as much as I was having good time with Tulijoutsen. For fans of the band, I think this is pretty safe to go with. But for those who are new to the band, new to the genre even, this might be just too much. In which case I would say go for Tulijoutsen rather than this one. But maybe this is actually what, whole Kuolemanlaakso thing is all about. It's gonna go in different waves and paths and all that stuff. Much like a big lake that has multiple rivers going to different places, and you're not gonna like all of them. You're not gonna find them easily, sailable in so many ways, but you want to have your favorite ones. So whereas certain bands go just for one way and one direction with twists and turns, this is a little bit different one. Some people, it's a blessing in disguise. For a lot of us, it's quite vice versa. Anyway, it's a decent album, so hence the score 7 out of 10. Not the best out there, not the worst, but interesting release nonetheless. Good in technical aspects, great in production and all that stuff. But when it comes to composition, it really could be a lot better. Well, don't take my word for that. Check out his favorite streaming services and links provided for the music itself, and you decide for yourself. Thanks for checking out with Rauta. Take care, and see you soon with more videos coming your way.